So Noah, as the chief, I know you're a chief commercial officer.
Yes, yes.
And you see startups focus entirely on building cool AI tech, but they forget how it will actually acquire users and drive transactions. So maybe in a 45-minute mindset, how would a startup design a go-to-market communication strategy from day one? And you have to, if you look at it maybe from when you're leveraging conversational commerce like WhatsApp, business APIs, and SMS.
All right, thanks, Jude. As any other startups, what advice I usually give startup is that look at your startup as a business opportunity that you want it to grow out there. Don't look at a startup as something that I'm trying. So for any person who wants to get into business, go-to-market strategy is something that is very important that you need to have, actually, not just written down, but you have to have it as a plan that you need to implement. And go-to-market strategy starts from how is the brand? How do I need to position my brand out there? Even if I'm a startup, there's constraints that comes with building a startup's funds and everything. But you need to think about, this is the brand that I'm going to put out there. How am I going to position this brand? And then who is my target customers and my audience that I'm going to put out there? So look at the audience, and who these audience are the end users of your product. Be it something that you're doing in agri-tech, be it something you're doing in payments, being something you're building agentic AI that needs to go out there for customer service or whichever that you want to build. Who is your target audience, the people that you need to identify that are going to use the solutions? Then how do I market to my target audience? After marketing, how do I sustain them? Now, after you've identified your market audience that you want to sell your solutions to, then now you come in, how is marketing going to happen? Am I going to use the generic marketing platforms that are there? Now we're in the AI era. How can I use the OTTs, over-the-top things, that is like WhatsApp, the Facebook, the Instagram, the SMSs for me to reach my customers? So now other startups that is running out there, can I now leverage on one of these social media platforms to use? And that could be a WhatsApp. And now for WhatsApp, is there a WhatsApp solution that runs for business? Can I create an agent, an AI agent on WhatsApp that is able to sell my product on the profile, is able to engage my customers without me being sitting behind and responding to all the queries that come in place? And can it close for me sales and also support my customers and the challenges that they have? I think if startups can follow that, then it will be easy for them with a less costly way of going to the market, their solutions.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Maurice, I've known you probably since early 2000 when I saw you on TV demoing vehicle, either tracking or immobilization gadgets. And now I've learned that you have also a passenger drone taxi. I'd really like to have a ride on that. And I don't know, in a 45-minute sprint mindset, you're talking to people who probably have done software, and one of the things is that it's easy to write the software, but when it comes to doing physical tech, why is it so vital for early stage innovators to start by looking at the actual African infrastructure and challenges like transportation, logistics, or smart tracking before they can even write a single line of code?
So I'm going to, Nyambane, I know you're going to come soon, so I'm going to be very fast. So my name is Maurice Mbeza from Kenya. I've been designing devices since I was 6 years old. And I want to tell you today, we are so lucky to be born in this era with AI. So you see the house, I'm going to be very fast. The house that you see there, that's the house that I grew up from. So this house with no electricity, no internet, no TV. I never had money to even buy the newspaper. And that's where I started designing electronics. I never let my background define, or my environment, define the kind of a person I wanted to become in future. Straight when I was 6, I wanted to be an engineer. No engineer in my family, but that's what I wanted. So now, fast forward. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna be very fast, okay? So this is the video he's talking about. I invented the first device. This is like 19 years ago. The first device that when your car gets stolen, you stop it from your phone and you track it.
The worst fear every motorist hopes never to encounter, a carjacking that prompted her to seek alternative vehicle security.
First was a carjacking, which was not a good experience, and the other issue was the loss of my car. That's a different issue. Actually, I've got like 2 different incidences.
Such incidences.
I still have here. Yeah. So every single problem that I encountered when I was growing up, I used technology. Even how I did I'm going to tell you another story tomorrow how I did my exams. Anyway, so so we're gonna move forward. So now, okay, let's go back. So now after that, so remember I had designed this product. I am in Kenya. I don't have anybody that would go and ask how do I manufacture this product, because a prototype and a device that goes to the market, these are 2 different things. So I didn't know anybody. So I joined Kenya Poly. So first 1 month I asked the professors, I want to manufacture this idea that I have. Nobody was able to answer me how I'm able to mass produce my product. So they said, maybe you wait, it's going to be like 60 years. So that's how I dropped out of the school. And the internet became my teacher. And remember that time, you go to a cyber cafe, you have to browse. It was like, I think it was like 10 shillings per minute. Very expensive. The computer that I had at that time, it is Pentium 1. The iPhones that our kids are using today, 100,000 times faster than the computer that I use to do all this research. So we don't have a reason why we should not build products today. So now, after I did that, I said, I need the government to support me. And then you say that the government is, anyway, we're going to go back to that again. So I said, I want the government to support me. But because they think, because all the time I look at the TV, I see tenders are being given to companies abroad. Anything technical, but for us, they don't trust in us. So I said, this is 10 years ago. I'm going to do something that even the Americans are not doing, so that they can trust. So this is what I did. This is 10 years ago. Even before the Chinese were doing passenger drones. And this is, you see, that is aluminium, welded by hand, using local available material. So I have to build everything from scratch. Again, I'll tell you about the story with the drone, what happened. Then, so after the drone,
show us the landing.
no, it's not the videos. If you go to YouTube, search passenger drone Kenya. You'll see there's a lot of videos. Okay? So now, after that, still, I never got the support that I want. So now, one thing that I learned when doing all this, so our politicians think innovation is entertainment. You see the way they go to the meetings, people come rallies, people come dance for them, take photos. They treat us like that. They come to our innovations, take pictures, and then after that, nothing happens. So now a lot of people text me and say, you know what, Maurice, we've been following your innovations, we trust in you. All you need is just start producing products that we can support you directly. So then I said, you know what, I started Numeral IoT. So Numeral IoT, we design and manufacture smart devices for the African market. And Numeral now is the most advanced manufacturing facility for devices in Africa. Nyambari akiniangalia anakimbia. Okay. Yeah, so I did that. So now Numeral, we have almost 70 employees. So Numeral has been running for the last 8 years. So in 2025, I said I want to expand my market to the US. That's how I came to the US in 2025. And one of the things that I found out in the US, I found even a bigger problem than what was back in Kenya. Because in Kenya, I faced a lot of challenges. Because even if you can, I created a drone, I flew the drone, but if you don't have a politician uncle or a rich father, even a potato can be your boss. That's why in Kenya, with all the brains that we have, unfortunately, we have people that are youth leaders that are 80 years old, right? So I think if for us to transform not only Kenya, for us to transform Africa, if we were given the opportunity to transform Africa, there's a lot that we see. There's a lot of change that we can be able to do. So when I came to the US, went around, started meeting people, and I saw young kids in the US, 17-year-old, 16-year-old white kids raising money. 16-year-old raising $2, $3, $4, $5 million. I never saw Kenyan kids. Then I asked myself, don't we have Kenyan kids here? So what I did is did some research, and then I found out that a lot of parents who came here who have kids here, the parent is a truck driver, the mother is a nurse. So those kids, they don't have anybody like them that they can look up to. So I started a program called the Inventing School, whereby I train and mentor kids to start building real products. Because now we have AI, we have no reason. I had to dig deep to find the information to do what I've done. But now everything is in the hand. And what he said that how do we create physical product? I made a lot of mistakes when doing all this. Number one, AI is there to be able to help you quickly not do the same mistake that I did. And secondly, people like us that have gone through the journey, made all those mistakes, build such companies that it's so hard because it's not like software. You have to, it's physical. One mistake, that's a lot of money that you've already wasted. So we are here to be able to help, to be able to guide, so that we can have so many like people like Morris to be able to start building real products that are going to impact the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Noah, I know you've worked for some of these giant, what do we call them, communication infrastructure companies like Infobip, Cellcom, CM. And when a team is rapidly assembling an AI minimum viable product, they often waste months trying to build custom user interfaces and complex proprietary back-end infrastructure. So how do you advise early-stage technical teams to leverage existing cloud communication and APIs to build, and API is application programming interface.
Yes.
Okay, to build, now we'll explain what API is. To build functional transactional prototypes in days rather than months.
Thank you, Jude. An API, let's start from an API before I forget, is a connector of two systems. The way you plug your device to the socket, okay, so that your device can, yes. So an API is a connector of two systems. So it's an application protocol interface that connects two systems so that the two systems can talk to each other. Now, coming back to AI, I think the previous panel said an AI is not a product that you can go and sell. You have to build something from the AI. It's the same thing from those who are building solutions. AI will help you to get wherever you need to be very fast, but you need to have an actual solution or an actual problem that you are solving. And then, of course, after you have, because if you remove AI component on your product, do you have anything you're solving? No. If there's nothing you're solving, then please stop wasting your time. Get us a problem, get a solution that you're solving, then build it, and then put AI on top of it to help you do it much better, solve it much faster, and then now you have a complete product. Now,